Hi Jack, thanks for coming into Caplo to talk to us today. It's Partick Thistle tomorrow, but before we look ahead to that game, we'll look back at Tuesday, Queen of the South, a 2-1 win. Can I just get your thoughts on the result and performance from Dumfries?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, coming away with a win is very positive. Very very promising reaction after the Ross County game. We went there with a plan, maybe a little bit more conservative with the wing backs and the three centre halves, but I think it really worked. And to get the win, it's obviously very promising, and now we're looking to take that forward.
Obviously, it would have been something you discussed with the management team, but is it something you discussed as a player? The need, as a squad, sorry, is the need to react after that defeat up at Dingwall?
Yeah, I mean, I think even if we didn't discuss it, which we did, but everyone knows that a performance and a result like that just can't happen. So we definitely did talk about it, and it was a focus. We really did need to prove to ourselves and the fans and the club that we can bounce back, and we did that with the win.
What was the feeling in the days after the Dingwall game?
Very disappointed. We were all, uh, lack of better word, can't really swear on camera, but we were very annoyed with ourselves. Um, but the focus immediately switched to Queen of the South. We knew we needed a reaction. Everyone was focused. We all did what we needed to do. We recovered with the bus journey, and we bounced back and we got the win.
Very pleasing result, 2-1 win down at Palmerston. It's a very difficult place to go.
Yeah, I mean, we train on AstroTurf, so I think we adapted ourselves quite well to the pitch. But I mean, they've got top quality players. Stephen Dobby's he's got to be the best player in the league, doesn't he? And they've got good players around him who he links up with. So we knew we were gonna have to be switched on with that. They've got good players all over the park. So like I said before, getting a win away from home after a few difficult away journeys, very pleasing.
Must have been pleasing on a personal level for you to come into the team, make your contribution. I think it was your long throw for the winning goal as well.
Yeah, I think the me, Rory, and Strappy might have three of the longest throws in the division, and we all play similar positions. So that's something that we've got in our locker. It's something we talk about that we can utilise if we need to. Thinking back on it, I think I knew we only had 10 minutes left, and Jim gave me a signal to go over, and Bucky ran up, and it paid off. Bucky did well. He fought off two players, got the flick. Fortunate for clearance for Reese, and he buried it. And very happy for him.
You preempted my next question there actually. Was when I was watching the game back, I noticed you can signal to, I think it was Regan, was about to take the throw. So it was Jim said to you before that, wasn't you kind of making the decision yourself?
Well, I was sort of creeping over because I knew that I could get it into the box, and it might cause a bit of havoc. And Jim just said, yeah, go do it. So over I went. And there was a little bit of game management in there as well. I think we'd been under the pump for a few minutes, and they had scored, and maybe we wanted to slow the game down a little bit. So that was another part of that. But yeah, the throws in the box, and they're hard to defend as a defender. Sometimes they're hard to defend. So
Pleased to be back in the team as well.
yeah, I've been in and out the past few weeks, doing my job wherever I need to. But to get a start and a 90, I think it was my first 90 in the league this year. Very, very happy.
How did you feel about your performance? Were you happy with your display?
Uh, to be honest, I'll be the first one to admit I wasn't too pleased. I tried to do my job as best I could defensively because that's where the team needed me the most. Um, I settled into the game as time went on, but at the start I was a bit nervous.
Why was that? You don't come across as the nervous type.
No, I think it was just knowing that I'd been in and out of the team, and I really wanted to put my best foot forward. Again, I don't want to say a new position, but it's a position I haven't played in a little while, and I was trying to feel myself into the game as time went on. But I felt a lot more comfortable as we went.
You mentioned the positions there. You've played everywhere this season practically. I think there was centre half, there was wide left, there were front three, there was central midfield up Inverness. How have you found that? And particularly the Inverness, I was interested to get your thoughts on playing central midfield.
To be honest, I really enjoyed the Inverness game. I was put into centre mid a little bit suddenly, but the two experienced boys that I was in there with, Jim and Tids, they really looked after me. They coached me through it. I had Kerr and Rory behind me talking to me all the time, so the boys around me made it easy. With regards to positions, it's a learning experience for me. I know that I've got attributes that I can adapt to particular positions, and that's what I try to do based on which position I'm asked to play. Whether it's out wide, I've got to be a lot more positive, running at players. If I'm in the middle of the park, I need to be switched on, not just offensively but defensively with midfield runners. That was a new experience for me as well. So yeah, I've got to learn, I've got to adapt, but if I'm asked to play in any position, I mean, it's a chance to play. So
Do you have a favourite position, a preferred position?
I think I'm more suited to being out wide, but like I said, I really enjoy playing in the middle with Inverness. When you've got a player like Jim, who is very disciplined with his role just in front of the back four, it gives. I mean, you've seen how Tids has adapted to it. He's given a lot more freedom, and he's reaping the rewards with his performances. And I felt like I had a little bit more freedom as well to get on the ball in a big area. So I enjoyed it.
Turn our attentions now to Partick Thistle tomorrow. It's a home game. Is that something you're looking forward to, being back at home after two pretty lengthy away journeys?
Yeah. I mean, you always want to play at Capel in front of the home fans. That's why we're at this club. With regards to the away trips, they're long trips, but I mean, I've had plenty of experiences like that back home in Australia. When you're playing in the youth league or involved with the A-League team, every second week you're on a plane 3, 4, 5 hours. Sometimes you're flying to New Zealand, which is 2 4-legged trips. So I'm used to the away trips. I mean, some of the boys might not have been as used to it, but it didn't really bother me too much.
Just what's your thoughts on the Partick Thistle game? Difficult one?
Yeah, I mean, the team come down from the Premiership. They've got a lot of good players. And cliche, but every game in this league's really tough. We know what we have to do. We know what we have to go out there and do, and we're going to be trying to put our game plan into practice tomorrow and come away with the result that we need.
The manager has emphasised the need for consistency.
Yeah.
Is that something you'd agree with? Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had wins, draws, and quite big losses in recent weeks, and we need to. And we've shown with the games that we've won, and even the Inverness game, we can be disciplined defensively, and I think that is a very strong base that we need to build on. If we can nullify teams, we've got quality in the attacking areas. You play Tids, Gaz, Bob scoring, Chucky, Charlie, they're all technically gifted players. So if we can do our job as a team, as a unit defensively, it gives them the platform to go and do what they're best at.
Excellent, Jack. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck against Partick Thistle tomorrow.
Thank you, Jonathan.